Hello, it's me, the wizard guy. First talking video and really first video. I want to play D&D, so I just made a character. Made Spider-Man, and I figured I'd post it on here. You know, a little speed draw, speed paint, because people seem to enjoy those. I mean, obviously I didn't make the character, some guy in the 60s did. But, you know, I wanted to make Spider-Man, because who doesn't want to play Spider-Man in Dungeons & Dragons? That sounds awesome. Instead of going with the normal, wizard with spider-themed spells, I went with more of a Spider-Man feel. So I chose a fighter and multi-classed him with rogue, right? And you're thinking, what does that have to do with anything? How's he going to do any of his stuff? But get this, I chose it for Second Wind, which is classic Spider-Man getting up and fighting. That's a classic Spider-Man move. And I didn't want Spider-Man being squishy, like most wizards are, even though they have like hell spells. I wanted a big brawler Spider-Man, as you can see from the drawing. And I chose Uncanny Dodge, which like halves damage or something if you land it. And in order to get along with spider theme, right, I learned about this thing called Simic Hybrids like 2 days ago, where you take animal features, or you just get like a choice between various features and stuff that let you do Spider-Man things, like climb on walls and have extra arms and spit acid. But I was thinking acid spit, and I usually don't like extra arms. You know, I draw it later on just in case someone wants to use it and has like a visual reference. But I decided to come up with a whole new ability. I mean, it's not wholly new, it already exists, but I decided to replace acid spit with web, which constricts an enemy within like a 20-foot box. And I feel like that works way better as Spider-Man, and I came up with this idea for wrist channels that you would eventually get somehow, probably through like an artificer or someone who can make things. And you can turn the web attack into a web line, which lets you detain one enemy instead of a group of enemies, or swing around Spider-Man style. It turns into a grappling hook, basically. As you might have noticed, his stats might seem a little fudge right now, but that's because of Simic Hybrid, which gives you a +2 to Constitution, as well as one other skill point to any of your other things that you want. So yeah, for this build, I mainly spec'd into strength and intelligence, as well as dexterity, because nothing's more Spider-Man than being strong, being smart, and being able to do stuff, right? Flips and such. You know, I figure, I'm not much of a writer, but I figure, what did I name? Pierce Keeper, because I looked up Latin for Peter Parker, and that was pretty close. Was perhaps kidnapped or experimented upon by some unknown society making super soldiers, right? Because that's what Simic Hybrids are. The quest to create a perfect soldier. So he's kidnapped, experimented upon, brought back without anybody's knowledge of what he can do. But his father made sure to always instill in him good morals, just because they live in a terrible place. This is the world of D&D. Everything terrible is happening all the time. Until eventually, his parents are killed by some random happenstance, mugger, a thief perhaps. Ever since then, he's been an orphaned, thief, rogue, fighter, right? Developed fighting skills on the street, developed wall climbing abilities. Somehow he doesn't know what the deal is, but it makes him a very good thief. He can speak Common and Giant. I don't know why I chose Giant. And Elvish, and Velkidin, which I don't know what that is, but it comes with Simic Hybrid. Here is if someone were to choose the extra limbs. I took a part inspiration from like the other story, which is a story that came out in I think 2005 to 2006, in which Peter Parker gets regular web shooters, and I was like, that's pretty awesome. I'll use that for inspiration, right? As well as his clone Kane, who has like weird stingers in his hands and looks kind of gnarly. I got this idea for the Venom symbiote in this universe by I saw something about a mimic armor, in which a mimic encases a person, so there's a little mimic mouth and chains. You know, for the mimic aesthetics, I decided to upgrade him from level 8 to level 10, and I was just testing out colors right there. That's why it flashed a little bit. But his accessories, or his tools, I guess, he can use alchemist tools, car vehicle stuff. He's got a whip, he's got a shield, and he's got those wrist channels I was talking about earlier. Obviously, to use the web, you'd have to pass a wisdom check. You know, his wisdom isn't too crazy, but it's not too bad. I'll be putting his character sheet and everything, hopefully in the description of this video, but I might not, because I don't really know how to do that. This has been Spider-Man in D&D. Like, I guess. First video. Oh yeah. I don't know the song. I don't own it in the background. Nine Inch Nails. Bye.